Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So today's story time is about someone in particular, someone who wasn't the smartest in my school, and it involves me as well. I thought you guys would enjoy this. Let's just jump right into this. The story time takes place in the beginning of 10th grade, okay? Now, it was one of my late period classes. It was like the second to last class I had before we were out for the day. And there was this girl I was sat next to. Let's just call her Cassidy. Okay, now Cassidy, she was not the brightest person in the world, okay? No offense to her. I'm sorry if you're watching this, Cassidy. But I'm about to tell you why she wasn't, the most smart individual I knew. So, I'm in class one day. It's like the beginning of the year of 10th grade. Now, most of the first month of school was good, for the most part. But towards the end of the first month, me and Cassidy are in class one day. And we didn't talk very much unless we needed to help each other on homework or projects or something. But I do know from mutual friends that Cassidy loved to party. She would just always be partying. And one day we're in class, started off like a normal class session, just hanging out, doing our schoolwork. Well, kind of doing our schoolwork. I wasn't really doing that much, and neither was she, but it was quiet, nothing really going on. And all of a sudden, I get a tap on my shoulder, and I look over at her, and she goes, "Shh." And she reaches into her bag and pulls out a little orange container. And I'm like, is that pills? Like, why does she have pills in class? I thought it was a prescription for her or something. Because I didn't think anyone would, be popping pills in the middle of class right now. And she looks at me and just smiles and goes, "You want some?" And I was like, "No, Cassidy, what are you doing?" And she's like, "Shh." And she takes the top off her little pill container. There's no label, keep in mind. And she pops one of them. And I'm like, yo. What is this girl doing right now? I didn't know what the pills were. My best guess was Xanax because I knew from a mutual friend that she had taken them before, but I didn't know. She was holding them kind of under the desk, so I couldn't get a good view of them, and there was no label, so I knew that there were some pills that she didn't have a prescription for. Either way, whatever, right? She does this one pill, and then she puts them back in her bag, and in my head I'm thinking okay, that was really fucking weird. Moving on, I try to just not think about it because I'm like, whatever, for all I know, those could have been prescribed to her and she just ripped the prescription off to look, rebellious. So basically, I was just minding my own business. I was a little bit worried about her, but at the same time, she seemed like the type to joke around, so maybe those were just completely, normal pills that she takes on a daily basis at school. So I don't know. I didn't think much of it. We go on with our class. I didn't think anything was going to happen after that. But then I get another tap on my shoulder, and I look over, and she's got the same little pill container, and she goes, "Shh." And I was like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Do you want some?" And at this point, I feel like I'm in a fucking ASMR video with the amount of whispering that's going on, and I'm worried that we're going to get caught because she keeps talking, whisper talking, and, I don't want the teacher to hear her and then see these pills in her hand. And sure enough, as I'm thinking about that possibility, I hear the teacher go, "Hey, can you guys quiet down over there at table 7? And that was our table number, of course. So I look up and I'm like, "Yep." And she puts the pills back in her bag very quickly. And I'm thinking that's the end of it, right? And then as soon as the teacher looks away, she reaches back down, fucking Cassidy, reaches back down to get them. And I look at her, I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Sorry, I want some." And then I look back up and the teacher goes, "Cassidy, what are you reaching for?" And she's like, "Nothing, just need another pencil." She goes, "You have 2 on your desk. Why do you need another one?" And she's like, "This one's not good. I want my mechanical one." And I'm like, damn, this girl thinks of excuses quick. And she goes, "I don't believe you. What are you reaching for?" And she's like, "I'm telling you, ma'am, it's a pencil." And all of a sudden, my teacher stands up and starts walking over. And I'm thinking in my head, yep, she's about to get busted. And the teacher walks over, looks in her bag, sees the orange little bottle. And she goes, "Cassidy, are those prescribed to you?" And she grabs them. And like I said earlier, the label's ripped right off, so there's no way to prove that she's prescribed those. And she goes, "Yeah, ma'am, I'm prescribed them." And the teacher goes, No. Those are unmarked. That's an unmarked pill bottle. Go to the office right now and tell them what I just found on you. And if you don't tell them the truth, I'll call up and tell them for you." And Cassidy tried to debate her. She's like, No, it's not what you think, please. And then she's like, "Nope, go up to the office now. Austin, you too." And I'm like, wait. Why me? She's like, "Clearly you guys were both involved in this." I'm like, No, I was not involved. And basically the whole class is giggling towards us and knows that we're caught. But I didn't really do shit. I was just kind of there. So I said that. I'm like, I was just sitting here. I didn't do anything. And the teacher goes, No, I don't believe you. You guys were both talking. I heard you guys whispering. I think you were both involved in this. And I was like, no. Please explain how you have any proof whatsoever that I was involved in her having pills in her backpack. And she goes, I don't know. Maybe you sold them to her. I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck this. And I got up and I left. Like, not a good idea, but at the end of the day, I was angry and I was acting out of impulse. Not the best thing to do, but I did. And I left school and I called my mom up. I'm like, yeah, you're going to get a call from the office saying I left school. I got accused of a crime I did not commit, so I left. She's like, what crime? I'm like, my teacher thought that I potentially could have sold pills to a girl in class next to me. My mom's like, all right, that's bullshit. Luckily, in this whole situation, my mom understood. I didn't get in really any trouble. Besides, like, one lunch detention, I had to go and spend lunch with my teacher, which was not very fun the next day. But other than that, I didn't have any, like, serious problems with the school from it. Her, on the other hand, Miss Cassidy, she got suspended for 2 days. Rightfully so. And yeah, moral of this story is, don't be like Cassidy. Definitely don't do what she did. And also, don't do what I did. Like, walking out of school unannounced, out of impulse, not really the best choice. But I thought this was a funny, crazy little story time. And yeah, I actually thought I was about to get arrested for selling drugs when I didn't sell anything. But luckily that didn't happen. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.
I can't play the silence, really sing these flaws of mine. Tea leaves help my thoughts align. I need to let go. Open doors like suicide, keeping me from living.